Hi guys, and welcome back to Slip Jab. Big Bang Zhang is back again, and he's back in even more devastating fashion, stopping Joyce with a third round knockout. This is admittedly exactly what I predicted, however, it happened even earlier than I thought it would. Joyce came into the fight heavier than he'd ever been before, but adopted generally the same tactics, with the exception of being a little bit more hesitant to get involved with some close combat action. He was staying on the back foot. He was intelligently circling around Zhang to avoid that big power punch and tentatively feeling Zhang out throughout the first round. This, I think, was the right tactic initially, but I think he should have taken away that there were no obvious openings for him, and with that in mind, he would just have to put the pressure on himself. Unfortunately, he didn't do this, and Zhang saw the same openings that he had in the last fight, just throwing big, powerful left hand punches, and again throwing these with devastating accuracy. Joyce didn't really stand a chance, and he got opened up even quicker in this fight than he did in the first one. He may have looked better after the first round, but that was only because there wasn't much engagement. As soon as Zhang realised he could do whatever he wanted, he applied that impressive heavyweight power on Joyce, and Joyce could not withstand him, eventually catching him flush a few times before finally sending him to the canvas with a really devastating punch that very few heavyweights I think would survive. So a third round knockout win for Zhang, and I think this could be the end of Joyce as we know it. He's always been a bit of a media hype job from the British media, and he has had some notable victories, but ultimately this is his ceiling and he stops here. Let's get into some of the meme reactions. Unfortunately, Joyce has got flamed again for this performance. He looks slow, sluggish. His shots didn't carry any more power than they did when he was 25 pounds lighter. And in hindsight now, there is no way he's winning this fight. And he should have seen that. His trainer should have seen that. He needed to do something significantly different, and he didn't. And as a result, he is getting flamed online. Of course, the boxing subreddit pages have just descended into the Chinese national anthem and shots of Zhang before the fight looking like The Rock. Unfortunately, Joyce has now been forever immortalised by falling in the perfect sleeping position into memes like the one on screen now. It's a rough way to go. It's the nature of boxing. I did think once the bell started and he wasn't putting any more pressure on, there's only one way this fight's going. He seems like a nice bloke in real life, but this was not a good performance. It's just more of the same, even quicker. As for Zhilei Zhang, or as he's been blessed now, Chairman Zhang, Big Bang Zhang, what's next for him? Well, he's 40 years old, but his fight style is very much reminiscent of a power fighter that can carry that into the later years, like a George Foreman. I mean, look at the power on this shot. That is power that's going to carry for a long time. So stylistically, I don't expect him to slow down at all. As a result, I can see him fighting at his peak level for a little while to come. So even though it might take some time to get an Usyk fight, maybe a Fury fight, a true title opportunity, I think that he'll be a decent level when that opportunity arises. I think he's going to have to try and keep active because both the fighters mentioned are difficult to get hold of. A lot of mandatory fights being pushed on them, or in Fury's case, just ignoring any action at all. So we'll have to see whether Zhang gets that opportunity, but I think he's definitely deserving of it now.
And finally, this image being captioned, "Scientist discovering the start of our universe and catching it on camera," because Big Bang Zhang hit him with such a shot that Joyce will not recover from that. I think his career
as a top level fighter is done. Anyway, I've really enjoyed the meme discourse as always around Big Bang Zhang. I'm looking forward to see what happens next for him. I'm looking forward to see what Joyce says next once he's sort of recovered from the knockout and what his next steps will be.
But I think that surmises my thoughts. Styles make fights and Joe does not match up well against Zhang.
This has been Slip the Jab. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.